Nation headbanging through the UK's big weather report action. Well, someone's leaving the snow behind. That's where we're going out in it now, aren't we? Yeah, it's just below the freezing mark. At least the sun's out. The following video after this beauty is Greg the Egg gets to meet up with one of his groupies and her reaction in the car. And after that is Canadian VC superstar Dan Powers in the yellow yelling at Darcy of 6 Strings 9 Lives, who's wearing one of those face shields as a COVID mask. And Cloudy Stormy Milder butts in on the conversation out of line to try and cool things down. See how that goes.
Lord ass, why don't you lose 50 pounds?
No, that's my daughter, and I don't want her infected.
Then mind your own damn business.
Oh, no,
Shut up.
that's my daughter. I'm not going to mind my business.
Well, you are now, because I'm not your business.
Well, then you need to turn around and stop talking to her.
You're not my mother and not my boss. You don't let me, so leave me alone.
That's
You
what
don't
happened.
have the right to talk like that to me.
Well, you don't have the right to yell at me. I'm not being mean to you.
And you
I'm just
started
telling
it on
you.
me, so I'm going to give it right back.
Yeah. You don't have the right to endanger everybody.
I'm not. You are. I've been wearing this for over 6 months on doctor's orders, and I'm perfectly safe.
No, you're not. You're not.
That's because you're stupid.
Okay, so this doesn't seem like it's going to move forward in any direction, so why don't we all just go our separate ways? Because you're not going to budge and she's not going to budge. So in the absence of anyone budging, maybe just move along.
I'm not moving along. I'm waiting for my daughter.
Okay.
Who told you to budge?
Well, maybe stop arguing. How about that?
Why? Because you said so?
Because it's not accomplishing anything,
Okay, then you
except
be
annoying
quiet
everyone else.
and get back in line.
Don't tell me to get back in line.
Well, then don't bother me.
I'll bother you if I want to. You're bothering everyone by arguing.
Arguing. She's the one arguing.
You're the one arguing.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to another edition of Rawk Haul. Greg the Egg, Blackmore Rules here. Hello, legendary King Scott Waters Snack Club. The Bottom Ones! That's her Panique's 1960 Boston Rob. He's showing cool ticket stubs before us when I got to go to the Boston Garden. The guy beside me had a great heavy Boston accent. I just loved hearing him. Mind you, he probably thought I had a funny Canadian accent. But anyway, Cloudy Stormy Milder ranked all the Iron Maiden live albums. Love that video he did. So got me a nude for Iron Maiden. Hey, Darcy of 6 Strings 9 Lives. Sure missed football. But anyway, let's get to the action. The Anti-Queens. All girl. R-A-W-K, P-U-N-K, I don't know, more rock than punk, but I just bought this. I've only heard like a song or two, so I'll show this on a What's Spinning coming up, but love to see them live, that's for sure. Vancouver's very own punk legends. Real vintage footage. 1978, 1980, 1981. Right when they started, the early years, which are my favorite. Disco sucks! Better be on this. Haven't watched this yet. It's got to be on here, though. But yeah, if you want true punk rock, like not power pop or commercial, whatever, they're just gritty, blue collar. book action. This thing's 550 some odd pages. Mick Wall, he's written great books before. I think there's a companion to this because I've seen one that has almost the same cover, but it's red. I don't know what the difference is or anything. I'll check it out though. It actually has some decent pictures in it too, like the Poor Man's Richie Blackmore, Led Zeppelin, the Poor Man's Deep Purple. Same with Uriah Heep, but no knock on them. I like all three bands, but Jimmy Page did dress cool on stage, gotta admit. No idea what this is all about. The unauthorized biography. Oh no, a biography of. The only Led Zeppelin biography I have in my house. I love it. Jason Bonham. Well, there you go. Say no more, as Monty Python would say. This thing, I don't know if it's about the one day that the Rolling Stones concert was on and I think some people got killed or trampled or whatever happened. I don't know. I don't know. But the inside story of Rock's darkest day. Think of that Altamont Speedway. Oh, it's a picture of the afterwards. Yeah, so I don't know what this will be like. That is Volkswagen Beetle. This is kind of an oddball book. I don't know. Kind of divided up in just different chapters. Like it has thrash and other stuff. Like it's not just one genre. Some good pictures though. Probably quite the fun read, I don't know. What's this about? Not even gonna comment on that. Classic heavy metal. Bang your head. Oh. All of these but one would I... Oh, I don't know, maybe two. But pretty good list. Anyway. Big hardcover action, Martin Popoff. Like, these are just total quality books by Martin Popoff. Real glossy pages. All the albums and all the songs. So I only like the early stuff, but I say that about probably every band. That's a good picture. You can see it with the glare. Yeah, the Poor Man's Richie Blackmore. That'll be a fun read. Another Martin Popoff hardcover. The Masters of Metal. Album by album. Rock journalists and musicians break down all 16 studio releases by the Masters of Metal. That's a fitting way of having an Iron Maiden book open. I love these kind of concert shots where they show the crowd in the background right after a show. Classic shots. And if there's a one picture defines Iron Maiden, that does it. With Steve Harris with the foot up on the monitor. I just got goosebumps because that's exactly. If I could play bass, I'd be trying to be like him for sure. What a picture. Some Rock concert shirts. Then the rock posters and that. Oh, just all the stuff you like to see. There's a cool picture too. And it's a pretty big book too. It's not a small thing. 250 pages. And it's pretty new. Look at what album's there. So it's not like it's an old book or anything. So. And another Martin Pop-Pop book, but softcover. 25 years of recorded hard rock and heavy metal. 1,942 bruising records comprising a large wedge of the world's most powerful music. So there's about 2,000 ratings of albums. And the Iron Maiden made me laugh. Like Cloudy, Stormy Milder did such a great video of the ranking the live albums of Iron Maiden, got me in Iron Maiden mood. I think I just said that earlier, but here's where he rates Iron Maiden studio albums. Iron Maiden is a 7 out of 10. Killers is a 9 out of 10. Iron Maiden made in Japan is only a 4. Now I haven't heard that for years. I had it when it came out, but I haven't heard it since. But I remember loving it. Live album with only about 5 songs on it. The other singer was on it. My mind's gone blank. But anyway, I would have given that more like an 8 or a 10. I'd like to hunt that album down. But anyway, Number of the Beast gets a 9? 8 or a 9, I can't tell. Peace of Mind gets a 10. Power Slave gets a 9. And Live After Death, a 7. Whoa. I'd give it a 10. And I've only heard it a half a dozen times in my whole life, which is kind of stupid because it's such a great album. Listening to it now. But anyway, that does it for the big show, so I've got to look up Unleashed in the East, Judas Priest. If that doesn't get a flippin' 9 or a 10, it gets a 10 for sure from me. Stained Class gets a 10. Heck Bent for Leather gets a 10. Unleashed in the East gets an 8. Is that an 8? Ah, so he likes Unleashed in the East more than this. And I've heard Unleashed in the East about 1,000 times. I've only heard this hardly ever, so I'd probably rate it ahead of the Iron Maiden as well, but not by much. They're both 10s. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget Solar Traffic. Keep living right, Cloudy! Steve Harris. Let's go to the end of the song. In the meantime, I just found out from Cloudy's video that there's 2 versions of this album out. The one I have just has 12 songs, but there's another one that has an extra half a dozen. From a different show, I think it was. That was on the original, but the CD couldn't fit it. One CD couldn't fit it, so I don't know. This album, listen to this song's just perfect. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to Solar Traffic. Keep left to right again. Cloudy!